is Switzer. Da 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 da. Cats.
Hello everybody,
Welcome to Game Raiders.
welcome back.
This
Here we go.
episode, final episode of season 1 of Game Raiders, would you say?
I would say so. Probably this year. It's going to be the final one, and I feel it's quite fitting to bang on about our opinion of the best game ever. Now, this is completely open to interpretation. It's just our opinion
See, we're
on
getting
what
angry.
we believe.
See all those people in the background getting angry. Look at that person there. Shout, "Oh,
Yeah.
you man!"
Lots of people are going to get angry.
It's gonna be
Probably
interesting.
none of you are going to agree, but in fact, we might not agree.
We might.
We could have it. I'll tell you what, this is going to be open to everybody. So
Here we go.
Feel free to. I'm going to throw it out there now and just say comment on what you feel is your best game ever. Comment on what you feel is your best game ever.
And think about that for a minute, because it's very easy to go, yeah, this game. And you think, yeah, but what about that game? What about this? I think before we get anywhere, let's just knock out a few titles. Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Regarded by a lot of people as one of the best games of all time for multiple reasons. You need a whole video just on that to say why. GoldenEye on the N64.
GoldenEye on the N64.
Mario, any of the Mario games.
Absolutely. Skyrim, more modern.
In more modern times, Skyrim, it goes without saying.
Mm.
It's so easy to say.
GTAs.
All the GTAs.
FIFA. All those FIFA fans out there.
I don't know, I love FIFA, but I won't put it as the best game of all time.
Well, no, but just throw it out there.
Fair
I like it.
FIFA.
All right.
Right.
It's up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Keeps me entertained for a little while.
We'll keep that up again.
Yeah.
Keep
Oh,
that.
thanks, mate.
Right.
Appreciate that.
Ooh. There's a lot.
Let's throw out some PC games. Shall we?
Doom.
Doom.
The game that pretty much, okay, there was a few before that, like Wolfenstein and Heretic and a few other ones, but Doom is regarded as like the grandfather of shoot-ups.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you that. Age of Empires.
Age of Empires, which is regarded by some people, that wasn't the first of its time, the grandfather of real-time strategy game.
Yeah, real-time strategy. And going on from that, I think
Civilization. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Civilization fans
Okay.
out there.
Civilization.
Any of the Civilization games,
Give you that.
big fan base. I play most of them, all of them.
Got to have Rome Total War in there. definitely.
Rome Total War.
Hours, mate.
Hours. That's got to be half our lives spent on it.
Not quite.
Not quite. Not that sad. But yeah, Rome Total War. We'll get to that in a minute.
Well up there,
We'll
definitely.
get to that in a minute. I'll be brutally honest though, Rome Total War 2 can literally do a running jump. If we're brutally honest.
A little bit too realistic.
It was
Dave
just-
doesn't like it if he can't win. And
I don't do losing.
in every
Wow.
battle he's lost so far on Rome Total War 2.
No, not every battle.
No, okay, yeah, 9 out of 10 of them,
Anyway, let's move on.
and you find that quite upsetting, don't you?
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit
It's
serious
a
about
bit
it.
of a, actually, it's a pretty good game graphically, quite realistic. Dave doesn't like it because he can't win. Rubbish at it.
And need Bill Gates' laptop to work it.
This is true. You do need a bit of power behind you.
I've got some pretty powerful rigs and they seem to struggle on it for some reason. What?
That's a shame. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Yeah, that's a more modern, that's became like the modern day king of shooters, isn't it?
Mm.
Battlefield's always like sniffing its bum a little bit. But
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's
Especially
quite
the
tough
wo-
one if you had to pick one or the other.
especially out of the World War II versions of them. Because they started World War II. And personally, Call of Duty isn't a real Call of Duty until you're back in World War II. There's something about World War II warfare that's awesome. Now, even though a lot of people might not know this next game, but I'll put Company of Heroes up there in the power 100, perhaps. It's one of the best games, just because its game mechanics are fantastic, and both games are so well made.
They are.
They're brilliant. I mean, you know, the game mechanics is one of the first real-time strategy games where I played anyway, where you could, you know, drive a tank for a building and get men under cover, and it just seemed, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
But for me personally, the best game of all time, right? And feel free to comment below, as Brad's already said, is The Dig. I'm just going to knock that out there. It's perhaps not the best, but just bear with me, right? The Dig, right?
I don't know, I think I might have to agree with you.
Bear in mind the game was made in '95, right? Bear in mind we've named games that are older than it. Obviously, Pac-Man Space Invaders, we'll just throw them out there, right? Whatever, that's a whole new video. The Dig, right? It was supposedly backed by George Lucas, Star Wars, and it's basically something that we're constantly making films about, a giant asteroid coming towards Earth. Just bear with me, it's like a film premise, right? Asteroid coming towards Earth, a small team from NASA are sent up. I think there's a few films similar to this, isn't there? Like Big Dumbledore.
Well done.
Anyway, they go up there.
Or like Armageddon.
Yeah, that's the one. And they decided that they've got to get rid of this asteroid, blow it out of the sky or whatever. They can't do that because it will break up the asteroid, blah blah blah. Anyway, you go on there, and it's a point and click game if you remember that far back, like Discworld and many other games like that. Trying to also think of better versions of that, but also doing double doors, so help me out there, bro. But anyway, you go up there, and it turns out that the inside the asteroid is hollow. I might as well tell you because most people have probably never played it or never will. So
Probably won't.
So I might as well say. And it turns out it's a giant crystal spaceship thing that takes you and your small crew, Commander Boston Lowell, and the reporter, the scientist, right? Yeah. Do you know the voice who does that is actually from Terminator 2? You know, the T-1000?
Oh, really?
He does the voice
Oh,
of
okay.
Captain
It's
Lowe.
really,
anyway, you land on
sad that you know that.
I know. You land on an alien planet, right? And you've got to find your way home. And there's just something about it. The music from it is absolutely incredible. You can't break that away. The only game that's came anywhere close to that from pure music is Skyrim, in my personal opinion, right? And it's just about the dialogue, the way the characters interact. Bear in mind this game's made in '95, and the cinema mechanics and the little clips they had. You just didn't have that in '95.
True.
You've got to remember, in those days, it was only a couple of years before that, you had Doom, when you run around and go, oh, oh. And you go from that to basically what looks more or less like a modern game.
Yeah, like a cinematic game. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and the graphics are cartoony, but those type of retro games are coming back anyway. So it would make a great film. I think it was based off a book or something. But there was just something about it. It was just different. It was just something about it. So I would put that there as a definite contender
Oh, completely
of a
back
game.
there.
That
Played
way.
it myself, and it's a
Look out for it. You could probably download it somewhere, and it's tiny. Play on DOSBox, which is all video in itself. But I don't know. There's just something about it. It was just different. It wasn't just blowing things up or shooting things or building the town. The same
almost
old
like
whatever.
first of its kind to have a bit of a story. doesn't
Yeah, it was almost like a modern game, but 20 years earlier.
Mm.
Years ahead of its time. Nowadays it'd just be normal to have a game that's pretty much like an interactive film. But back in those days, I appreciate them going on. I'm just so passionate about it. I just feel it was just something that just captured my imagination. Bear in mind, I was only like 6 or whatever, or 7, or whatever it was.
Sure.
But it was just something really amazing about it. So I'll definitely put it there as possibly the best game of all time.
I think you basically said that that's the top game. You've literally gone on about it for about 3 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
So if you're still awake, and
But
you're
minus
still with
that-
us,
Rome Total War.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with that
And,
again.
and that's one of the few games I know quite a few people that played it. The fact you can build your own empire, the fact that you've got like a campaign map and you're doing cinematic battles. Bear in mind that game was made in 2004, so the PC games, it was quite
Good, very
advanced.
good for its time. Yeah,
And even now it's still quite enjoyable. There's lots of game mechanics in it that made it interesting, engaging, keeping the Senate happy, building up your power amongst
you can
the people.
pretty much win every battle in any situation because
Which
it's
I
almost
love.
impossible to lose, and Dave loves that.
I love that, yeah. I have to win everything, obviously.
Yeah, he's a bad loser.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, it just has everything that I must, without going into too much detail, I suppose, everything that I must subconsciously look in a game before I even consider enjoying it, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
There must be just something about it that I love. I just the fact obviously about Rome, the fact they build an empire, about battles, there's a bit of politics in it. I don't know, it's just got lots of different
Kind of covers a lot of areas, doesn't it?
And the closest game to that is Medieval 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like a spin-off from it.
Another Total War game.
Yeah, no Total.
We're kind of seeing a growing trend here.
We are. So anyway,
So, anyway, we're not going to blab on anymore. Basically, leave your comments. Let us know what you think.
let us know what you think. What is
What
the
your
best
thoughts
game?
are. That's the most important thing.
What was your best game of all time? So like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching all these episodes and enjoying this series. If you like them, we will make more. Boom. You guys rock and happy gaming.
What did we say about the rock thing?
Oh, wow.
You had to get it in there, didn't
You
you?
have to get in.
Hey, well, he's going to follow up with you guys are awesome. I don't know if anybody else is getting sick and tired of that, but I am.
You guys are awesome, man.
I'm leaving. Bye.